Europe is rethinking protein. At the moment, climate pressure and sustainability are taking central stage, and we are exploring the development of minor protein crops and their role in European market and the European resilient food systems. Today, we have with us David Leuchen from Wide Open Agriculture, and we have with us Mark O'Brien from Biotanix to discuss this topic further. Welcome to our VALPRO Path podcast. Maybe we can start with a question for both of you. Since minor protein crops like lupin and peanuts that you are using in your businesses gain traction in Europe, why do you think that is? And why is now the right moment to focus on these crops when it comes to market development? David?
Should I start?
Yeah, maybe you can start.
Yeah, I think we had the big crops in Europe for a long time, and people want to see something new, actually. They're used to produce products out of soy and of pea, but they want better functionalities and local solutions. And lupin is a great crop, which is grown within Europe, and people rethink of their ingredients to produce locally grown proteins, actually, yeah.
What do you say on peanuts, Mark?
Yeah, something similar. So within the peanut world, they have industry has been tried to be set up in Europe before. Up until I think it was only a few years ago, down in Portugal, there was a program that was running up to 600 hectares of peanuts, but it failed primarily due to poor plant genetics. And now that we have this access to really good plant genetics, we think it's the right time to bring it back in. On top of that, I suppose Europe is importing over €2 billion worth of peanuts every year, so there is a demand and there's a market for it.
Understood. Okay, David, Wide Open Agriculture is centered around lupin protein isolate production and around protein products that are connected to lupin. How do you see lupin in your business model? Why is it a unique crop compared to others?
Yeah, actually, our company is situated in the north of Germany at the Baltic Sea, and this is where lupins grow really good, especially the ones we are using, so blue sweet lupin. And what we did, actually, we focus on the functionality in the very first place, and have a good alternative for classical proteins, and we found the best solution actually in lupin. So it all made sense from our point of view to source a crop which is regionally available and has a great functionality, as said.
Yeah. Okay, Mark, as you mentioned earlier, so Europe is importing peanuts, and I understood that you have been trying to develop and start developing the market here in Europe. What are the challenges, obstacles that you are facing in this endeavor?
Most of it to do, I suppose, is with primary agricultural support. There's a lot of support there for end products and end product development, like at an SME level, but to bring the genetics in and build a good base of seed production here in Europe, that's where the challenge is. We have, in another crop of ours, sweet potato, we have like a similar issue where 15 years after its introduction, it's still not classed as an agricultural crop in Europe. So similar to that in peanuts, there needs to be support at a policy level where we get that support to allow farmers and give farmers the comfort that they will have EU support behind them as an agricultural crop.
Okay, I suppose it happens with other crops, so...
It takes time, but we need to kind of keep on pushing, so yeah.
Okay, now let's talk a little more about the consumer perception and the consumer demand. So can these two minor crops compete with soy and pea products, as you mentioned?
Yeah, I think, look, it's a different peanut, it's a different kind of crop to soy, but we we'll take some of the learnings from soy, but we'll also just follow on our own kind of path. We're not trying to compete directly with soy at the moment. Obviously, there's a good bit of a snacking program in peanuts. Everyone knows peanut butter. Peanuts is just a bar snack. So it's a bit more of a slightly different value chain than soy. So we're not going to take them head on, or to us, we're too small of an issue now at that point to be directly competing with them.
And what about lupin?
I think it works perfect. We already had a lot of applications out there in the markets and have them out, and they're really competitive because they are great tasting, have a nice color, and a very good structure. And this is what people are looking for. They are sometimes not so focused on what we focus on the sustainable agriculture, for example, but they want to have a product that tastes nice and feels nice in their mouth. So and this is what we deliver, and so we are ready for it. Yeah.
Okay, so taste is one of the major components when it comes to consumers. But when we think about the value chain and the partnerships you need to build in order for the business to function, what are your experiences when it comes to cooperations with food manufacturers, with producers? Are they willing to grow lupin?
Actually, talking with farmers is easy. So the regions where we source lupins from, farmers are clever people, and they want to have lupin in their crop rotation because it's good for in their crop rotation to use less fertilizers, and so actually what they do is they ask us and to cooperate and to collaborate. So we have no issues at all finding farmers working with us. That's not a problem. Same as I said on the consumer side, it's a bit different. People are not used to eat lupins, let's say in the middle of Europe at least. But as long as we deliver the taste and quality they want, they are happy. So consumers, it's not a big problem. I think the biggest challenge is actually finding the right partners in the industry sometimes, because lupin is an allergen, and some of the companies have strict allergen management, and then you need more time to convince them. And of course, they have quite long lead times for their R&D sometimes. So that takes a while. Yeah.
So the middle part of the value chain. And what's your experience with peanuts? Are you building the value chains from scratch, or?
Yeah, I suppose it's slightly different. Again, like farmers are very smart people, and they know that it's a legume. It's going to be a very good rotation crop in southern Europe. But we have farmers up in as far north as the Netherlands also growing peanuts. So it's an incredibly valuable crop to the farmer. So from that end, it's not really a problem. They just want to be guaranteed a place that they can sell it to afterwards. But they know that it's a great crop. On the partnership side, and I suppose on a more commercial level, peanuts are maybe slightly more well known as a food crop to lupin, but similarly, it's just about as an allergen, it's about getting the right partnerships out there. And there is companies that are based in Europe that are processing peanuts already, but they're doing it with unreliable peanut sources from other parts of the world, and they're finding it very difficult to get consistent supply of a same variety with the same, say, protein, fat makeup. And so if we're able to provide that for them within Europe, it's going to be a problem solved for them. So that's what we're targeting.
So okay, in the discussion here, we mapped some of the problems. So what could support you in these efforts? Is it additional policy, R&D, funding? So what support mechanisms do you need in order to boost the production of peanuts and lupin? Yeah,
like I mentioned it earlier, it's about policy support, I suppose, on the agricultural level, so that we understand and there's clarity on, say, for example, MTL levels, which for imported peanuts have a different MTL level than for European grown peanuts, which shouldn't be. For crop protection, it's just the clarity, and get it down in policy and support that producers know what they're allowed to do and what they can do. On a commercial level, then it's for building up a seed bank and building up, I suppose, a solid production and a solid seed background for the company to kind of push it forward and have like a base of good genetics there, because those first 3 or 4 years, it's a high risk, high financial kind of build up for any company to do, and so to have the support, the financial support there to kind of de-risk some of that is kind of key for us as well.
Yeah, well, I think any help in scaling up is always welcome, of course. So you need a lot of technology, you need a lot of facilities. So any help there is always welcome. But I think one key is really the collaboration. So things like we do here at VALPRO are really great to connect these people, find protein hubs, and see where there are connections and where we can seize the same facilities, for example. I mean, even peanuts and lupins, I think, are cross allergens, so we might perhaps use the same facilities for some points. So, and it's great to have these kind of collaborations like we have here at VALPRO.
Yeah, it's nice that it is recognized, all the effort put into the project. And let's take a look into the future. What about the trends in 5 to 10 years? What do you suppose the protein market would look like from your point of view?
Well, hopefully it goes just the direction. Still, it is already going. So I think plant-based proteins will be a big part of daily consumption. So people, I hope they don't mind if yogurt is made from cow milk or from peanut or lupin, actually, as long as it tastes great, it has a great nutritional profile and so on. And I think it will get more normal, and people will see what is good for them, and also hopefully what is good for the planet as well. So and I think we are on the right track. But where we are exactly in 10 years, I wouldn't dare to predict, actually.
Yeah, something very similar. I think what we see an opportunity is that we see Southern Europe and even up to Northern Europe, we see peanut as a consistent rotation crop in farms throughout Southern and Northern Europe. So it's a huge market within Europe. It's a very valuable, sustainable, environmentally friendly crop in a rotation. And so it's got all of these wins, and there's no reason why it cannot be established as a great rotation crop for primary producers, and then also a great European grown protein source within the EU setup.
Okay, so I think we can agree on that the plant protein is here to stay, and the market will be developing further. Okay, thank you very much for your insights. I hope we continue to collaborate successfully in some additional projects next to VALPRO. To all of you watching, thank you for following us. Please follow us also on the social media channels, and stay tuned for other news to come.